What's up, everybody? That didn't go as planned. But hey, it's me, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming, and we are live with the March 2020 Gamebreak. Now, it was just brought to my attention, it looks like one of our members in the chat may have just experienced an earthquake. I looked on Twitter to see if there was any information regarding an earthquake in Idaho, and I did not see that. So maybe I'm mistaken in where you are residing, or maybe the information is too breaking news, but hopefully you're safe out there. We got enough stuff going on to worry about. Hopefully that's not why you haven't responded in the chat too. You haven't said anything since you were having an earthquake, and that was quite a few minutes ago. So anyways, shout out to Connie, Brian, and Mike. Hopefully everybody's okay. What is up, everybody? How is everybody doing? I've got the green screen out, and I've got a green background. That sounds like an absolute recipe for disaster. But I made it work. I did switch shirts. If you guys saw my stream earlier, I had a yellow shirt on and it wasn't really working. So I put on another shirt, but what a dummy. Look, you can see right here, it's got more yellow on it. Anyways, what's up? How is everybody doing? Most of you, or a lot of you that I see here in the chat, were actually here for the earlier stream, even though YouTube's been kind of unforgiving lately about notifying you guys and actually having the links posted. In fact, as of right now, I don't even know if there is a link showing for today's earlier stream on HTG TV. The stream happened, it exists. I don't know if it's showing though. But so yeah, it's been kind of crazy. You know, first off, welcome back, guys. You know how this works. It's been a whole month since our last game break, and normally I would address the chat on our live streams and say hey to everybody. I pretty much said hi to everybody that was here for the premiere page. I will get to everybody else once we get through the meat and potatoes, as I like to call it, we'll hang out for a little bit. I don't have a ton of stuff on the plate today, but I do have some topics that need some feedback from you and just some discussion to be had on. So yes, okay, so Connie is back now. I'm seeing it. Okay, guys, it's okay now. Just a bit terrifying. Wow, any ideas on like how big it was? I when I looked it up, it looked like you guys had an earthquake on the 24th, like a couple days ago too. Really minor. I mean, depending on where you are in the state, you might not have even felt it. But anyways, let us know what's going on. I see a bunch of you out there. I see Paz, I see Occupied, I see a bunch of faces that I haven't seen in a couple of days. Good to see you guys though. But yeah, so this month was pretty productive. As you guys know, most of us have been on lockdown. I never go anywhere anyway, so it's like a pretty normal routine for me, but like my family being home, we've definitely had a lot more going on around here, so things have been a little different. But all in all, it's been good. Like not just good, but like GUD good. Like we've had a lot of time to hang out. Reese and I built some Lego. I was actually going to get some photos up for that, but I didn't, unfortunately. And I apologize too if I look like a hot mess. It's warm up here. We still have not got our air conditioner replaced, and it's showing right now. Just so I don't seem like I'm lying or something. It's backwards, so you guys will have to do the reversal. But it's 79 degrees. It's freaking hot up here. I got all these lights on and everything. I got the green screen down so there's not any air flowing over here. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, so production. We have had a fairly productive month. I streamed on Saturday and Sunday this last week. And ultimately, they were both amazing days. The numbers for both of those were pretty high. I'm going to continue streaming on Sunday, so I will get to a little bit more detail on that, but basically part of the Lego Star Wars that I've been drawing out forever is actually going to be a Sunday routine for the next couple of weeks, so Sunday. So we'll check that out, and we'll do some super stories, but again, more on that in a little bit. Essentially, you know, we actually had a pretty good growth month too. As it sits, as of right now, I just refreshed the page, and this month we're almost to 115,000 subs. We're at 114,740 as of right now. The last 28 days, the channel has accrued 1,904 subs. That's in the last 28 days. That's insane. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the world being on lockdown, people getting their games, and they're going, oh, I need some help with Lego, or I need some help with this, and oh, live stream, you know, and so lots of stuff has happened that's helped us in that department. But our watch time hours are also up. In fact, they're 29% higher than they were at this time last month. And we're rocking in 53,500 hours of watch time. 53, and like, think about that. I think it tells me how many days if I hover over it. no, never mind. Previous 28 days was 41,000. So that's a pretty big jump, like 12,000 hours, not minutes, hours. That's a lot. And the views are up 31% as well. We're almost to 1 million views, you guys, in the last 28 days. We're at 926,300 right now. That's insane. When I look at the list of like what videos are doing well, good, for example, they are mostly Lego Harry Potter. So I don't know if like there was a big sale on it, if everyone's finally just catching up, or if they're like, you know what, I'm gonna replay this because the remastered came out. I don't know what it is, but I mean, even in the last 48 hours, I mean, most of those videos are getting 700, 800, 900 views in the last 48 hours. That's more than a lot of my live streams get in like 2 weeks. So it's awesome. I'm totally here to help if you guys need me for any of that information that is not obvious and portrayed in the videos. I have some infographics and things like that might help you out with maps, connecting stuff. They're kind of hard to find on the website. They were at one point like really easy in there, but the website changed, and I need to do something about that. There's a lot of those little things that not a lot of people use, but should be easier to find. Drex is up here. He doesn't know what to do about the green screen. He is like, what is that and why is that down? It's actually pretty funny. He's been jumping up on the bed behind it. In fact, I don't think he's up there right now. We would know, but anyways, you know, all in all, I've really enjoyed the extended people that we've had in the streams. Like we've had some troublesome peoples, but we've had a lot of new positive faces contributing and being around, and it's been awesome. And so like, you know, we broke our record the other day. I don't know if you guys were here for that, but on Sunday we broke our live stream at one time record. We had I guess it was 58 people, I think. Yeah, 58. Because I was yelling at Reese. I was like, man, you and your 3 friends were on playing games. You should have been in there. You could have broke a 60 pace for me. so you could have been 59 and Roderick could have been 60, and it's like 60. But he's like, yeah, dude, I was playing Call of Duty, man. I'm not watching your stream. Like, nobody cares about that. You know, I got a teenager that's cooped up in the house, so you know how that goes. But no, for real, it's been awesome. Like, Reese and I've got to hang out a lot more than we normally would. And oh, Drex is on the bed. Drexler, I'm gonna need you to get down, please. Hey, go find Mom. Mom, Drex is on the bed. I don't know if she can even hear me. She's probably got in her office, which is why he's probably up here. He's probably like, Mom's ditched me, so I'm gonna go up there and bother Dad, which is totally okay, but whatever. Anyways, to go along with the streams, as you guys know, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, maybe even longer. I don't know how long it's really been, but I decided to up my game with my thumbnails, and so I've been doing like these really crazy, super goofy thumbnails, right? And I'm having fun with them. I know that a handful of you seem to be having fun with them. Some of you are like, cringe city, this is terrible. I feel like it's encouraging some people to click because they're like, wow, that is outrageous. Like some of my high school friends and stuff are seeing this and being like, what is going on? What are you doing? Like, is that your head on that? Are you a character in a game? I'm like, well. What they don't know won't hurt them, right? No, but check this out. I put together, you guys have probably already seen most, if not all of these, but just in case you missed a couple of them or whatever, this one is actually a little harder to tell that it's me, but that was me behind the Octane mask. And here we go. We got me set up with some nice blue hair. Like some of my hair days are amazing. Like this one was pretty cool. You know, like my little pom-pom puff. What do they call it? Puffs? Puffs? No, I don't know what they're called. They're not Jigglypuffs. That's a Pokemon or something, isn't it? I don't know. And there's the milk. That was a last minute addition, the milk jug with me and my big ol' caustic fart gas tanks, and then Octane, the wait for it. I've just been having fun with these, you know, and I hope you guys have been enjoying them as well. It's basically added a roughly a half an hour's worth of work to an hour every day. But I when I'm done, like I pass it on to people and I'm like proud of it, right? It's like a new artwork for me. And so I just figured I'd share all these with you and kill a little time because I didn't have a lot. Some of these are better than others. Old Pippi Brystocking there. Yeah, me just having went for a nature walk and was just, checking things out. Shout out to Kirsten for hooking me up with all of these Horizon Zero Dawn stock photos. She's actually going into the game and using the photo mode and creating these amazing scenes for us. So big ups and thanks to Kirsten, who also got promoted and is now an active mod for us on both channels. So thank you for not only doing the thumbnails, but for all you do. I appreciate that. Here's me and Gray. Look at Gray with hair. It's so interesting seeing Gray with a full head of hair. We did come to the realization, though, too, that I am actually Chris and he is Shiva. So I'm going to have to switch that next week. Look for a little bit of a change. And, of course, we had Joey and Gray laughing at me as I was getting chomped on the old zombie before. A couple of these are a little bit older. But fun stuff, nonetheless. I've had a blast doing it. And like I said, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it, too. So with that all being said, you know, that's basically my intro. I'm not done. Not even close to being done. But that's basically like my intro, my welcome, if you will. You know, you guys let me know what thumbnails were your favorite. And if you know, like this morning, I was kind of running late and I said something about a thumbnail to Gray. And he was like, you don't have to have a thumbnail with your head on it. Just have a thumbnail. And I said, no way, Gray. Absolutely not. If I can put my head or face on something, and yours possibly too, I'm doing it. So, you know, if you guys think it's ridiculous and I need to get over myself, then I can do that. But if you guys are enjoying them, let me know, and I'll keep doing that. Now, one question that I had that I thought would be kind of an interesting addition, and I don't really have an easy solution to fix this that is safe for me. As you guys know, I struggle with some of the games I play and some of the content being copyrighted. Now, YouTube has like really weird policies on how they handle copyrights, and essentially they basically don't let you choose. Now, there's this new policy that's happening. It just, as of today, I got an email from them talking about I have more choices and how to monetize and this and that. And I think it's like some sort of an algorithm where I can kind of train it to learn like, hey, no, this is my video, although there's only 10 seconds of somebody else's song. I did the rest of the work. It's my gameplay. It's my experience. You know, and they're going to let me kind of custom tailor that stuff. But at the same time, I don't know how that's all going to work out. So I try to avoid copyright as much as possible. But realistically, let's see here. My logo's not working. Why is it not working? Nothing ever works. The Stream Deck has just... I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the Stream Deck, if I need to reinstall something or something. But it's been very problematic. There's supposed to be a YouTube logo up right now. I pushed the button and it did not work. Let's see here if I can make this work. Hey, there it is. There's a possibility of me adding music to the background of like this Gamebreak, for example. Not all videos are going to have like any like video that I feel is like needing music. That's like a you know, pre-recorded, not live scenario. I'll put music on that. There's always going to be music in those videos. But like right now, like there could be some like copyright free music potentially playing in the background, and like, you know, obviously you guys all have different preferences, so like I was kind of thinking something like video game 8-bit-ish, you know, like chip tunes. There's a couple of ways that I can do it. I just got to figure it out. One of them cost me a ton of money, and I reached out to them because I was like, hey, I got 2 different channels. They're both YouTube channels, but they're the same brand. And I'd like to buy one of your memberships and be able to use it for both channels. And they were like, nope. I was like, damn it. So, unfortunately, that's not going to work. So I would, like I was saying the other day, it would cost me like almost $300 to do both channels, where I could do one for one. I just don't know. Like, one is obviously bigger than the other one, has 115,000 subs almost, where the other one is almost getting to the 1,000 sub mark and getting ready to get monetized. And so, you know, you guys let me know if you think music would be a good thing or not. Yeah. So, basically, you know, YouTube's not been good to me the last couple of days. A couple people have suggested, I won't mention any names, a couple people have suggested that maybe with some of the issues I've been having that I look into Twitch again. It is possible for me to restream now. I have to sit down and actually figure out how the settings are applied, because it's a different process than it used to be. In fact, I don't use the Restream service anymore. I don't need to anyways. The software that I use to stream with, Slobs, Streamlabs OBS, or online broadcasting software, it all allows me to restream now. So I can actually program into it now, like I could be on Twitch and YouTube right now. So you guys let me know, like if I were to, I mean, I'm always going to upload the Lego. I'm always going to do all that stuff that I normally do here. But I mean, if the live streams continue to be problematic where they're not notifying you guys, and would you guys be willing to jump to the Twitch to watch the streams? You know, obviously we would try to figure something out. We would, you know, memberships would be, you know, we'd have to figure stuff out, right? There's some details that would have to be figured out. But I'm just curious because, you know, like today, like the earlier stream on HTG TV not even being visible to the public. Let me see if it shows right now for me from the public side. It does finally. Okay, Todd, if you could double check that and see for me if you're able to find it, because I am now seeing it finally. And it says 29 minutes ago I streamed. YouTube needs to learn how to math. But anyways, not to rag on YouTube or whatever, but you know, ever since they did, you know, the big changes with the you know, the Copa, that's when it all went kind of crazy. It definitely went kind of crazy. This stuff, you know, when they were like, hey, we're gonna make sure that you're one of these or not one of these. Anyways, so let's see. I gotta pull up the chat and see what's going on. Joey's here. What's up, Pass? I think it's hilarious. What's hilarious? I don't know what's going on. I have not been reading the chat at all, so I have no idea. All right, Occupied's here too. Shout out to Occupied for hooking up some of them thumbnails too. He the recent ones haven't been haven't added, but he's definitely been contributing since I've been doing the thumbnails and up in my game. So sweet, we're sitting at 29 people. That's pretty good for a Gamebreak. Lockdown, man, this is crazy right now. I wanted to have some like bars clink that went over me. I just decided I wasn't gonna like totally go crazy and do all. I also thought about doing like a leprechaun with like a pot of gold, like a rainbow, and to be honest with you, since this Gamebreak background has had such a nice review so far, I will likely build that into it for next year. So next March will probably be something similar, maybe some clovers dropping with like rainbows. I'm trying to animate and do stuff, but like at the same time, we don't have a huge turnout every month, and so like I always try to weigh like, okay, I'm gonna get 500 or less views total on the Gamebreak. Do I spend like 5 days just like building assets and spending tons of time, or do I put that into other things that would be more beneficial to you guys, right? So that's how I kind of weigh things out. But you know, I figured with lockdown right now we would see some more people, but you know, ultimately, like I was saying in the beginning, like it hasn't really changed a whole lot for me. I mean, I know there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not trying to be insensitive or not acknowledge any of that. I'm just saying my routine. As you guys know, I didn't go out very often. I even had Gray telling me, you need to get out more, Brian, because I don't go anywhere. And I don't know if that was a good Gray impression or not. I hope when he watches this that he doesn't like, get on a plane to come and and chew me out in person. That's not what I sound like, Brian. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so you know, I can't stress this enough. From everything I've read, which I've read a lot of stuff, I've watched a handful of videos. It is so hard to tell what is really going on as far as numbers. I'm seeing a lot of stuff. I have some friends that one of them just graduated and is getting ready to be deployed in the medical field. Another one has been a nurse for, I don't know, 15, maybe 20 years since we graduated high school, probably. And there's a lot of posts coming in from these people that are actually out working, and the information that's coming back is not great about lack of supplies and all this stuff. And I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen videos of people wearing multiple layers of masks to go and combat. And, you know, shout out to all those people, you know, worldwide that are doing this stuff. And I saw some projections of expected numbers, and it's crazy, you guys. And I don't want to talk a lot about it because, like, this is supposed to be the break, right? This is supposed to be like an escape from that stuff, at least for an hour or whatever. But, you know, being that we've been on lockdown, I don't have a ton to report. Like, I haven't gone to visit my I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't done nothing. In fact, Monday last week, I went to the store. I went to 2 stores with my wife. And we actually kind of got the stink eye from the store people because we have a pretty strict one shopping cart, one person rule going around right now. There's been people with multiple carts with stacks. They could build a clubhouse with the toilet paper they got. But ultimately, the one person, one cart rule is a pretty big deal. So like we're walking around. Of course, I went to go check out Lego and do some stuff while she was grabbing the necessities. I mean, she has necessities, I have necessities. So now like this last week, Sunday, she went out and did a bunch of grocery shopping and we stayed home. So we all made lists and we gave it to my mother-in-law, Reese, me. We all made requests and she made a few calls and was like, hey, check it out. Here you go. This is what's available. Not you choose, we got stocked up. We're really stocked up. We're not going to be going out a lot. As most of you know, my wife has been relocated to work from home. We still don't really know what that means yet. We don't know if she's going to be live streaming to her class, if she's just going to be like presenting emails to her students for each class and then grading. Reese got a bunch of emails from his teachers at his high school, which is different, but in the same district as my wife's. And they don't have any grades to give, but they have suggestive homework that they've tossed out there. So Reese is like, I ain't got to do none of that. And I'm like, well, that's not totally true. He's like, but I've already done it. They already said they're not grading it. And I'm like, Oh, I'm seeing Brittany says, I work as a nurse and it's been busy and crazy. I'm about to go to work in a couple hours, hoping to stay safe. Brittany, if you don't mind me asking, where are you located? And thank you so much for what you guys are doing. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I've been pretty lucky. My dad is believed to have had COVID. He is recovering. Now I say believed because he had 3 screenings, 1 in person and 2 via the phone, checking stats and asking a bunch of questions about smells and all these things. And at the time, which was like, I don't know, 10 days ago, 8 days ago, they didn't have a test for him. And so now apparently they got tests all over the place, but they just basically told him, you have it, stay home, don't go anywhere, don't contaminate people. If you need more help, come in and we'll give it to you. But if you're managing on your own, just stay home and get better. So in Oklahoma, okay. Because I know that certain parts of the country, I've got on my Google phone, I have a little Google search page, but at the top of all the breaking news stuff, there's a COVID kind of tracker. And I've been kind of just watching state by state. And I mean, like New York is absolutely insane. My brother-in-law actually lives there, and they're over there right now. They've been quarantined for, I think it's the 16th day since I don't know that they've left at all. They may have left, but they've been locked in, being super safe. But I mean, the numbers there are crazy. So I was going to pull this up and just show you guys. So, like on my phone, you can see here, I've got all these things. I got the Google search bar right there. Well, there's the Google, the G. If you actually click that G rather than hitting into the search bar, it takes you to this Google search page. I don't know if you guys know any of this. And I would assume this would work on any phone. Like if you got an iPhone or something, you could probably put Google on there. If it's not, I don't have an iPhone in there. That's probably the stupidest thing that's ever been said because it's probably already on there, but I don't know. But what I'm getting at is, oh, sweet. I just got a message from my desk builder, like right now as we speak. But at the very top, anyways, what I was getting at, there's a coronavirus updates, and you can swipe over. It gives you a bunch of stuff, and it's got statistics. Boy, New York is off the rocker. Like, it's insane how bad New York is. New York's got 75 or almost 76,000 of the 180,000 confirmed cases. Think about that. 100. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, so this month was been, we've did some Lego. Like I said, Reese and I built a couple sets. My wife took all the pictures. I didn't quite get them over to my computer and available for that, so I apologize. But Reese and I have been playing a lot of video games. He's got more video game time in the last couple weeks than I think he has in the last year. It's been pretty crazy. But everything's been good. We've been watching a lot of shows. Oh, by the way, Todd, and there was a couple of others out there. I think maybe even Simon, who I saw out there a minute ago, have asked me if I've been watching Lego Masters. the show that's on. I think it's on Fox. I've been watching it on Hulu, which is a service like Netflix that I get to rewatch shows that have already aired or whatever. And we're a couple episodes in. What a weird show! Like Will Arnett needs to tone it down a little bit. I mean, he's. I mean, it's like me. It's like watching me. I hope that's not as bad. Like his jokes are bad. Like I know there's a lot of booing that takes place during my streams at times, but I feel like his commentary is a little boo worthy at times. But the concept of everything that they're doing is actually really cool, and I realized I would be terrible at that. Like if I had instructions and I was like told, build this, you have this much time, Reese and I would have no problem keeping up with the pack. But if it was like, hey, here's a wall with unlimited colors, shapes, and sizes of Lego, build whatever you want, you got this much time, and go. I don't know that I would do as well as I would like. Those guys are pretty good. And the people that I expected to not be good, were not. And the people that were expected to be medium or are not really the front runners, they were. So I was kind of surprised. So pretty cool show. Pretty cool show. Need a new game. I'm done with Sea of Thieves, Simon says. I don't know what you guys are all playing right now, but like Resident Evil 3 comes out in a couple of days, and I know that's not everybody's cup of tea or whatever. Oh, my button's not working. Resident Evil 3. It actually drops on Friday, and it's obviously a mature game. We do plan on playing a fair amount of this over on HTG TV. We probably won't do any guides or anything for it, but we'll probably play it. There's a multiplayer mode that we'll check out as well, the Resistance, which actually is in beta right now, and you guys could all check it out. At least it's on PlayStation. I don't know for sure if it's still on Xbox. I think Robert was saying it was, but yeah, definitely worth a look-see. Although it's made it to the press now. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. The reviews are terrible. Last year, Resident Evil 2 was remastered, and it was amazing. You guys saw me do a bunch of Scream streams, and I was screaming like crazy, running from Mr. X, because X gonna give it to you. But this game has gotten terrible reviews. So I plan on picking it up on Friday. I am taking Saturday off this week. I will have a video uploaded for you guys, so there will be content on Saturday available. But and likely maybe even 2 videos. I don't want to create any false hope, but there might be a second kind of really random, very different type of video. Just depends on the weather and like what my wife makes me do this weekend. I haven't even told you guys yet. Wow. Okay, so depending on what direction my wife chooses to go and what is actually agreed upon, there may be a big transition happening for me. So you know how like I'm like super crammed in here, I can't really go anywhere. I do it like I'm like stuck. Like if I put on like 3 more pounds, I can't get out of my chair. There's possibly a move happening with my office. Now I have to get approval from my mother-in-law on this, because it's basically going to go right into an area that is kind of destined for other stuff. But I'm hoping that I can get my desk guy. So, and I don't even know what the message said, but I'm sure he just said, hey, whenever this is over, COVID thing, we want to build your desk and we want to do some other stuff. Yeah, I'm going to have him build me a raised bed frame that has drawers in it. And my buddy's dad is just a wood master. And so I'm going to try to relocate. We've got a large dual car, double deep garage. And there's a window on one side where all my junk is. I've got a bunch of car parts and stuff from all the years of Volkswagen and racing and stuff. And I want to get all that stuff out of there, get rid of it, sell it, trash it, whatever it needs. And then I want to build a room down there. Just like a small kind of like, not like a man cave, but like a room where like I'll have some cool lights and my PC and everything will be, and I'll be able to have like an air conditioner in the window, so if I'm hot, I can turn that on, and if I need to. So I've got plans. So I don't know. Either way, I'm getting a new desk, so that's lovely, and that's hopefully in the next month. I mean, it's all going to depend on what Alex just said to me regarding this, and what's safe for my house, right? Because I don't want people coming and going that don't need to be coming and going. And this is my room. So if we're going to build it up here, then that's not. If we're building it downstairs, I'll open the garage and he can come and go as he pleases, and that would be great to get it done. But you know, it all depends too. Like a big portion of the maybe or not gonna happen scale weighing back and forth is, you know, some of this small business kicker stuff. Like I've said it before, like I don't deserve or need it. I'm still working, and I think it would be absolutely silly if I get one, but from what I've read, it looks like I'm getting one. So I was trying to figure out how I could put that back into the business. And I mean, I don't really have a location or something, but then I started thinking, wait, I do have a location. I live here, and I could build a new office, and I could have this new room, and it would be pretty rad. I've got kind of this idea in my head, and it's kind of long. So I'd be like down here, and like it'd be a lawn, and then a door on the back, and I'd have my green screen. It'd be just wide enough for my green screen to come down. I'm like, I've got this, like, I got a dream. I have a dream of a new desk in a room. That's right, I do. All right, so let's see here. We've got a lot of people chatting in the chat. I love Lego Builders. Yes, I think it's called Lego Masters. Isn't it called Lego Masters? Yeah, Lego Masters just started here. Yeah, we're on episode 3. So we've seen like the, I don't want to ruin anything, but listen, episode 2, I had some serious issues with. Like, you know, like I told the wife, like, at the end of the day, wasn't my Lego, but I had some serious issues with that. And if you've watched it, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. So we got a question here. Tim says, Brian, any tips for the flying events in Lego Super? Oh, God. Yeah. Whoever the best gamer is in your house, give them some time and the controller. You know, so with those, I will say those were probably the hardest that I've ever had to experience in a Lego game. I don't know if they were just broken in the way they were created, or if they made them insanely tough due to how much time they gave us. You'd think that if it was a time factor, they could just patch it and drop the time a little bit, because it's a known issue for a lot of people, those flying missions and Lego Super. But you know, I don't know. I know that you know, basically you got to learn the race, and then once you learn the race, you just got to perform, and that's there's some luck, and there's definitely a lot of skill involved. So you know, I don't know what the best advice is, but I do recommend like being very patient with it. Not jumping from one to the other. Like a lot of people will be like, I did it 3 times, I failed, I'm gonna go try this one and see if I can get it done, and then I go try that one 3 times and they fail, and they cycle around. And I personally feel that's a bad method, because you know, like, you can actually train your brain, and you can get learned and know the path, and once you know the path, again, then it's just a matter of performing, and of course maybe a little bit of luck too. But you know, that's my best recommendation. It's tough, but yeah. Let's see here. What are we talking? It's only $20. Oh, COD remastered. It's only $20. I told Reese, I said, I am not buying that game. I don't care if it's even $20. He goes, what if it's $19.99? It's like, get out of here. So hopefully it's not $19.99, or I'm gonna have to have that conversation all over again. All right, so what's everybody else been doing out there? Let me get some feedback from you guys. I've been flapping the yapper for going on 30 plus minutes now. What are you guys doing to get through this quarantine? Are you guys building Lego yourselves? Have you busted out any puzzles? Have the board games been reunited? You know, I'm just curious. Are you guys just binging the crap out of TV? Are you getting your back catalog of all your games dealt with? Are you, you know, is your you know, kitchen and pantry and fridge cleaner than it's ever been? Like, what is it that's getting you through this? And, you know, is there anything you recommend doing or not doing for others out there? And because we're all in this together, right? Like I said, I saw some projections of how this is all gonna go, and you know, I've been talking about it for a while, and it sounds like middle of April we should have a pretty good understanding of a lot of it, and a majority of the turbulence, I will say, should be kind of behind us. Now, I don't know nothing about nothing. I'll say this again. I've said it before. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an analyst. I don't really know anything more than you guys. I'm sure some of you are a lot closer to the pulse, working in the, you know, hospitals and other places. And you know, I only know what I see and read, and you know, it's all a bunch of hubbub. If you ask me, everywhere you look, it's different, and not enough sources, and who knows what's really real. But we are all home, and we're all doing the same thing. So let's all stick this out together. Board games and puzzles, Todd says. Rock hunting, interesting, Shay. You live in an area though that has that available to you. We could do rock hunting here, but we'd be wet and muddy, and the rocks suck. They're like just rocks. There's crushed gravel and nothing. There's no cool like. I'm not even gonna try that. Amethyst. Okay, I guess I did try. There's some rocks, you know, that are cool. I don't think that's even the right. But anyways, that's cool though. That's very different. Playing cards, with mom and aunts. Right on, Chacho. How you doing, Chacho? Good to see you, man. Glad you made it. I fly great until it's a race. That's funny. Not funny. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at you, but it is kind of comical. I know how it is. It's like when your car's clank, 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 and then you drive to the mechanic and you turn it off, and then you're like, hey, here's my car. Turn it on. You'll hear it, and it turns on. Vroom, vroom. Yeah, I don't hear nothing. I know what you're saying. Like, it's the worst. Connie says, trying to platinum all my games and staying well. You know, Reese has never been a trophy hunter. He is actively really trying to grind out some games right now. And he's actually trying to, like, use it as, like, leverage. Like, I can't eat dinner right now. Gotta finish getting this trophy. Or, I can't scoop the poop in the backyard right now. You're gonna have to wait because I gotta get this platinum. You know, and we're like, better get your outside right now and get that scoped. But, yeah. Let's see here. No, I haven't talked to Jeremy, and I would guess minus maybe one message via the PlayStation Network back and forth. I probably haven't spoke to Jeremy in well over a year. Yeah, with him living on the other side of the world. I mean, last I heard, he was in Japan. I don't know if he's still there. I did see an article about a naval ship being docked, and he crossed my mind. I think about him. I tell stories. People ask me all the time, how'd Happy Thumb start? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I wonder, but I haven't stayed in contact, and, you know, our times are so different. I don't know when to call or when would be good or any of that, or even how to reach him at this point. I mean, he's probably got a Japanese cell phone. He's been over there for a couple years, I think. And I'd love to hear from him. But at the same time, like, he's got his stuff. I got my stuff. So, let's hear. Alex, welcome to the stream. Why don't you play GTA 5? That's actually a really good question, and most people know the whole story, so I'll try to keep it short. But a couple years back, actually, when GTA 5 released, like the actual release of it, I was playing it, and we have a few videos that exist still on our channel from it. But I had a video that actually got flagged, and it got us in trouble. It got us a strike on our channel for what was labeled as inappropriate content. You know, so I changed gears. I went hard the other way and went family friendly at that point. And so here we are years later, and now the door has kind of been reopened because we're still trying to keep our commentary and our, you know, game choices mildly family friendly, but we're also kind of playing and doing whatever we want or need. Because we never created our content specifically for, you know, a certain age group. It's always been all age groups, and so knowing that, we've definitely broadened our game horizon. However, I'm still a little terrified to go play Grand Theft Auto on any kind of stream or anything. I know a lot of people do, and a lot of people don't have problems or whatever. But, well, hi Drex, what are we doing? What are we doing? Hi, buddy. Mama still not playing with you? He's like totally lost right now. I don't know what you're doing. No cutie up here or nothing. It's just me, bro. I'm sure you guys can hear that. GTA 5 storyline. You know, I played through a majority of it when the game first came out. Like, I would say at least 25-30% at least. And I didn't hate it, but I definitely didn't love it either. Those games are so big and require so much time and effort. Like it's one of those things where, like, I definitely recommend for people who don't buy a lot of games every year. Like, maybe your budget doesn't allow it. Maybe you only get one game a year for a gift or whatever the case may be for you. You know, I usually recommend those situations you know, for games like that, you know, anything that's got longevity, and you know, that does. And then the online, obviously, it's been going for what, 7 years or something like that. It's long. And now they've just announced GTA 6. I don't know when the release date will be, but you know, that's going to be pretty interesting. And I sound like Larry the Cable Guy, huh? Well, get her done. Let's see here. I need a drywall I can punch through and I don't have to pay for. Yeah. Yep, that's it. The club incident. I was making it rain, Loki. I was making it rain. See, HTG Drex is bored. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He just needs, I don't know, needs attention. It's funny, like lately he's totally been, like we'll be watching TV and he'll just get up out of nowhere and he'll just do all this stuff, right? And it's quite funny because as soon as you start like petting him, or you know, you get up and you go out, or whatever, like he's totally content. It's hardly ever related to going outside or any like kind of pain or problem. It's always just you weren't paying attention to me. Oh, you're paying attention to me now. Okay. So pretty fun stuff. Let's see here. Shout out to we've got a couple of subscribes that happened right before the stream today. Zach McGeorge, much love. Thanks for the sub. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy our content. Brandon Wilson, thank you for your subscription. And it's Parsival, which was kind of ironic because we had a reference to Ready Player One in the chat earlier, and that's totally Parsival was, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's one of the characters' names. If you haven't seen that by now, boy, you better stop watching this and go watch that. Add that one. Oh, yeah, there was a Lego Ninjago race that was pretty bad over on the docks. Oh, that was the worst. That was the worst. Let's see here. What games are you going to play on the Nintendo Switch? So funny enough, I got a dock over here that's set up to stream and play here, and I got a dock set up over there now too. So both of my TVs upstairs have Switch dock. I have played 0 on both of them since I've done that. I actually was about ready to splurge yesterday, and in fact, the wife had to go pick up all of her stuff from work, and her work is like legit right next to a GameStop. So I was like, hey, if I ordered some stuff online, would you be willing to pick it up for me on your way by? She goes, yeah, no problem. So I got online and I started like trying to get it ordered. They had a buy 2, get 2 free deal that came in an email. It was clustered in with a bunch of other deals, and saw the buy 2, get 2 free. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Buy 2 games, get 2 games free. And I was like, oh, it's used. But then I started doing the math, and I was like, you know, those Nintendo games never come down in price. They're always $60 brand new. Like, even the games that came out on launch, most of the games that were $60 then are still $60 now. Like Mario Kart, Mario Party, Super Mario Deluxe and Wii U, or whatever version that's been brought over. That one's still $60. Wasn't that a Wii U game to begin with? You ported it, and then still sold it for $60, and now it's been out for like a year, and it's still $60? So anyways, knowing all of that, I went, wait a minute. So used games are only, I mean, they're still kind of a ripoff at 55, but 55 would times 2, that'd be 110. So I started doing the math. 110 divided by 4, because if you buy 2 and you get 2, I was like, wow, that's actually not bad. That's only like $28 a game or whatever, you know, $27 a game. So that's pretty legit. So I get on the site to go do it. No, wrong. It was buy 2, get 2 free, under $10. I don't know who that deal was made for. It's not made for me. I can tell you that much. Because and the number one game, you know what the number one game was? And I know this doesn't apply to everybody, right? The number one game on the list for $10, which is maybe a deal, arguably, until tomorrow. I guess it would be Tuesday next week. Sorry, till Tuesday. Uncharted 4. Great game, $10, pretty good price, not bad. Except for it's supposed to be next month's PlayStation Plus freebie. So, you know, the game doesn't do me. Anyways, so I ended up having to tell her, no, I thank you for being willing to pick those up, but I unfortunately am not going to be getting in on that deal because they don't have any Switch games at all for that price. And I went through the whole list of all the games they had. Not one Switch game for $10. Not one. There's probably some indie games or some cards or something you can get from, but not one physical game. I was like pretty bummed out. Because I was trying to up my Switch game. Reese has like 10 games, but they're all like launch title games. Like most of them are older. He does have Doom. I haven't played that at all yet. Part of that is like, first of all, there's a new Doom. There's Doom Eternal out, which I actually own. I have it. I don't know if you guys know that or not. Bethesda actually sent me a copy, and I've been on the fence about it. You know, it's a game that's pretty gory and greasy, so I shouldn't. I just to keep, you know, everybody happy, I should probably play it on HTG TV because it's a mature game for sure. But they're like, here's a free code, play it, stream it, do whatever you want, except don't show this, don't show this, don't talk about that. Please don't show anything or have any kind of audio available for anything referencing this, and don't do that. And I was like, okay, so how do I know when any of that stuff is going to happen? And how do I like just, oh, that's it for the live stream today. I got to a point where so I asked him, I said, was this for like a pre-release thing? Like, you don't want me spoiling stuff for like the first, like before the game comes out? Because they sent it to me before the game even released. And they said, no. You're free to play it as much as you want. Stream it as much as you want. We just ask you don't show those scenes. I didn't know what to say. I mean, I don't know what to say, right? Like it was legit, like all the boss battles. Like, don't show this boss battle. Don't show that. So and there's like some, I haven't played it. I don't know, but apparently there's like this, I don't know if I call it a plot twist or Easter egg, or there's something that happens in the game, and they were like, do not show. And even in the email they sent to me, they were like, just in case you don't want to be spoiled, I wouldn't read further. But of course, I skipped that sentence, and I didn't read that. So I read everything and went, oh. Well, now I know how this game ends. I guess I don't need to play it now, and I can't even show it even if I did play it. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna wait just like a couple weeks, months, or whatever, and then I'll just play it. And I mean, I guess the worst case scenario is Bethesda goes, hey, fired. I mean, I don't know what they would do. Like, I mean, would they just cut me off? Like I think that's very unfair to give a game like that to somebody who streams and then like put all these like picket fences around certain areas, but like not providing a guide. Like, I mean, if that was the case, like if I really needed to not show that stuff, they should have like a timeline of when that is, like, so I could do something with it. Because right now I'm scared to touch it because I don't want to break any kind of boundaries that have been set for me, right? I don't know if I call them rules. They were really rough, but I mean that's legit what it said. Let me see if I can find her response and actually read it. Here it is right here. So, so let me see if I can read. No footage of, including this boss fight, and confirmation that this is in the game. Any content, cutscene, or voiceover featuring this character. How am I gonna know when he, like, what if he's like on the other side of a microphone or something? How am I supposed to know that's him? You know, icon of a boss fight, the other boss fight, no footage of the. I don't even know if this might be spoiling stuff too, but it says no footage of the Fortress of Doom any point after you complete something. So like, how am I supposed to know what any of that? So anyway, so this is what I said. I said, hey, thanks for the review code. Question for you. I would love to live stream some of this gameplay as soon as Tuesday. I see based on this info, it has been requested to not spoil things like boss battles and such. Does this mean that the game is not really eligible for streaming? Or is this just asking to not spoil prior to the release? Thanks for clarifying, and of course, always thanks for the opportunity. And her response is, hey, you're welcome to stream or share pre-recorded gameplay. We just ask as a courtesy you try to avoid spoilers noted. Oh, sorry. We welcome you to stream or share pre-recorded gameplay. We just ask courtesy to avoid the spoilers noted. So keep in mind that was no footage of this or that, including this boss fight and that, and this character who's supposedly kind of a surprise, and this content cutscene or voiceover and featuring this character, which I don't know who that is, or this boss fight, or this boss fight, or no footage after this area after you've done that. What? Yeah, I mean, they gave me the full DLC and everything. Like, I'm grateful for it, but as I said, I'm terrified. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I didn't even put a graphic up or nothing. Like, I don't even want, like, Reese is like, just let me play it. I'm like, no, that's not how media stuff works. If, you know, there's probably some sort of generator or something that they use, and I don't know. Maybe somebody out there that's got some high credentials in the press out there for games, but you know, I'm wondering, like, when this code gets sent to me from Bethesda, do they know if I've used it or not? That would be a good question. You know, like, is there any way that they track that? You know, and I mean, if they do, then how would they monitor or watch? I mean, maybe it's the person who sent it to me's job to keep a watch. I mean, there was no, like, let me know. Then there's no pre-approved here. I didn't have to get approval or anything. So I don't know that, like, but you know, this all being said, right? Like, we've already kind of talked about this a little bit, but I mean, I'm definitely curious. Like, what games do we want to play? As you guys already know, we do have plans for potentially playing the new Star Wars, what is it, Fallen Jedi. You know, I haven't played it at all yet. I don't know anything about the story other than it's good. It's got a plot twist. I know that, thanks to Loki. But you know, I feel like you know, there are some games coming up that will be fun to check out. I'm hoping that things will work out. I mean, obviously, a lot of things are kind of up in the air and in limbo right now. But in theory too, that it should be good for me, that, you know, I'll have more time to prepare for certain situations. I'm hoping that, like, Adam is still on board and wanting to write guides for us with every, like, his situation has changed a little bit. You know, he's healthy. Everybody I know is healthy, including Joey, just for the record. You know, even my dad is on the up and up, so everybody I know is good. But you know, just looking ahead, it's just hard to say what's going to be. I got a lot of people asking me, like, is Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga going to get delayed because of this? I don't know. I mean, I've seen a couple of their devs tweet out, no, we're on track, everything's still happening, we're still working on it, just remotely. You know, and that's the thing with technology these days. I mean, a lot of things can be done remotely. It's going to be a slower process though, because transferring data is probably a pain in the, but they probably have some ways to, like, upload to the cloud where they're, like, working on a remote space versus, like, transferring individual files back and forth. But I mean, we know we're going to play Lego Skywalker Saga, but like for example, if we find out in a couple of days, or we don't find out for a couple of months any release date of the next Lego, would you like to see Lego Batman, or would you rather see Lego Indiana Jones, or would you rather see, like, Spyro, or would you rather see something else? I mean, you know, I have two different kind of roads that I travel down with Happy Thumbs now, and you know, I stream, which is for entertainment, fun, you know, just gaming with you guys, and you know, I've got a crew that I play with pretty consistently. You know, we have fun, it's entertainment. And then I have, like, the guides that is more of like help tutorials, and you know, I try to entertain there too. That's always been a goal of ours. But ultimately, like, you guys don't show up. I'm not the funniest dude you ever heard. My dad jokes probably get old from time to time. But you know, I mean, I get all that. But I mean, so there are guides that need to be requested, so to speak, or, like, featured, and also games for streaming, and you know, you guys are welcome. You know, I've had a couple people bring up Sea of Thieves. That game looks fun. You know, Simon was talking about it in the chat, saying he's got it all beat. Is that something that I should play? You know, I would have to get on my Xbox, get an Xbox One or Live account, but that'd be okay. If that's something you guys would like to see, I've got my Xbox now available to stream, which it hasn't been. So you guys let me know what games you want to see this year. That's pretty much all I got on that. But yeah, so As you guys know, we got Resident Evil 3 that's coming out. We'll do some streams on that. Just looking ahead at a rough draft list. Now, this was created early or mid-January, so some of these dates may be a little off. But just looking ahead at potential games, April 10th is Final Fantasy VII Remake. I know Tyler's going to be really actively into playing that. I don't think there's going to be any guide created at this time. I don't have any desire to play it. I don't know anything about or enough about the franchise to really do anything. Looks like there is an official magnitude rating of the earthquake that happened just moments before the stream started. It's actually labeled at 452 today, and it was a 6.5. Epicenter was at looks like it was 37 miles from Big Sky. Is that Mountain or is that Montana? This is MT, so I don't know. You guys would have to tell me, but 6.5, that's pretty big. It's a 78 miles from Boise, and I don't remember exactly where you guys are, but obviously you felt it because you were talking about it. So, Fallen Order and Spyro. So speaking of Fallen Order, yeah, that game I haven't looked. Is it on Megamoo sale right now? I'm just curious. Store. Let's go ahead. Once it loads, it always takes so long to like log in. Like, hello, it's got to display their ads and all that. Star Wars. Let's check it out and see. Any of you guys ever watched the show IT Crowd? I'm watching it for like the 4th time right now. Like, I love that show. Have you tried turning it off and on again? It's got Chris O'Dowd in it, and it's hilarious. So interesting. I typed in Star Wars, and I've got multiple pages of Star Wars stuff, but I'm not even seeing the new game. Force Unleashed, Lego Star Wars, The Force Awakens. I mean, I got like all this old stuff. It's not even showing in here. Like, it's legit not showing what is going on. Force Unleashed, that's PS3. It's called what? It's called Fallen. There it is. Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order. Oh, damn! It's back up to $60. Yeah. God, I have just such a hard time just not... It's a single-player game that will be played one, maybe twice. I just have a hard time with that, you guys. Like, I really do. And I know Joey even plugged me with a PSN code to purchase it. But I told him, which I told him not to. Joey! It's been a while since you heard that one, huh? Joey! So we got to finish up Horizon Zero Dawn, which we will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to play that. We'll have a nice, fun thumbnail ready for you. Let's see here. What's going on? It's not Fallen Order. I put my tax return towards it. Towards Fallen Order. Is that what you're saying, Kirsten? Yeah, it's, I mean, I've heard good things about it for the most part. Yeah, Easy Platinum is definitely another thing I've heard. It's not necessarily, it's not nearly as much of a grind as other games, I guess is maybe a better way. Maybe Easy is a good way. Raker says he had fun with it. Am I saying that right? NL Raker? Is it Raker? Raker Breaker? Fast Platinum. All right. I worked at Best Buy for 12 years. You'd be amazed at how much that really did work. What are we talking about here? Have you tried turning it on? Oh, yes. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yeah. No, I know all the time. Like, in fact, I called my grandmother on Sunday to talk to her because we still can't go see her. And when I called her, she was like, "Oh, I'm so excited! I'm so happy you called." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what I did today that was so exciting, but what's up?" And she was like, "I can't call out. My phone is broken." I was like, "What do you mean it's broken? And we're talking on it." She's like, "No, and then she started telling me it's in some sort of like transfer mode or something, and she couldn't get it to work. She said she'd turn it on and it would go beep, 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 and like make all these weird noises. She was like doing it. It was the cutest thing. My 93-year-old grandma making beep, 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 sounds. And so I told her, I laughed. No kidding. I started laughing and I go, "Have you tried turning it off and on again?" And she started laughing, but she was only laughing because I was laughing. And so and she goes, no, I haven't tried turning it off and on again. I will though. And so I just kept thinking about Chris O'Dowd, you know, Roy in that part where he's all, you know, reach around the back. Is the cord plugged in? You know, like how frustrated he gets with how little people know and how little people care about even trying to solve those on the show. I'm not saying you, but it was just cute that my grandma did all that and knew it all. But Brian, I'll send you Jedi Fallen Order free. Oh. Like you guys have the disc? Whoa. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty awesome. We'll tell Pajamas that maybe we'll talk about that on Skype later or something. That's a really generous offer. Now Joey's gonna be like, "Give me my money back." Watch. He'll be like, "Where's my refund, fool?" I don't even know if he's still out there watching. I haven't seen him type anything for a minute, but no, that would be awfully nice. You know, I mean, I'd even be willing to even send it back or whatever too. Like, you know, just simply borrow it. That would be amazing in itself. But we can certainly work something out on that. Maybe I have something that you guys haven't played that I can send your way or something. Of course, I'll wipe it down with some antibacterial stuff before I send it out. Let's see here. What about me, Connie? Cha-Cha says. I'm sorry if you didn't sound. It sound in my head. That's how you sounded, Chacho. What about me, Connie? Uh-oh, Brian's already messaging me. Thank you, Brian. All right, we'll definitely get to that here in a minute. I appreciate you guys. That's an awesome offer. Then like, you know, I don't have to now. So with that being said, Joey, I still haven't punched in that code. I have it ready to go if you want it back. I'm sure you probably will tell me no, go jump in a river. But I'm just saying, like that's totally an option still. I appreciate you though. I will accept your gift if you turn me down one more time. So I'm like that dude in Austin Powers. You just have to say the same thing 3 times. So you've already said it twice. I just need a 3rd time, and then I'll be good on it. I don't know what I'm saying. It's been a crazy couple of days. I mean, what is this? Day 9 in a row streaming? And then we took a 2-day break, and then I did 5 before that. So 9, 10, 11. And the last 16 days, I've streamed 14 of them. That's fun. I've streamed 14 out of the last 16 days. That is fun. When he's done, there we go. Yeah, we'll have to, it'll be like the around the globe copy. Hey guys, you know, as far as stuff goes, I pretty much got everything covered. I do have one last topic that I need to make sure that gets addressed and do some shout outs. But, you know, let's see here. I played Lego Star Wars. Will it be the same? It's kind of sound. No, it's going to be a complete remake from the ground up in the sense visually. You know, I've already kind of tried to prepare people for the concept of like, it may legit be the same levels, layouts, same tasks, but rebuilt from the ground up. Now, the biggest change that you will for sure expect to see is going to be the cutscenes will have voiceover actors. Now, I don't believe they've landed the actual cast. In some cases, they're not around anymore. We've lost 2 of the major players in real life. Obviously Carrie Fisher, and then I just had a brain fart. You know, C-3PO. What is it? It's not Anthony. Something Anthony. Can't think of his name. But yes, they have both, to my knowledge, passed away. So I don't know who they got for the voiceover actors, but they're definitely Anthony Daniels. There we go. Thank you. See, I know sort of my stuff. Sorta. A little help from you guys. But yeah, you know, I have no inside info. I have not seen anything more than you guys have. I watch that trailer like once a week just to like see like Rey jumping over the TIE fighter and stuff. And, you know, I've watched the movies a couple of times now since the original announcement. I'm trying to get better learned on all those things, like all the different types of vehicles and the names of the, you know, like often, you know, it's so easy for me to call a robot a bot, right? But they're droids, and it's so easy to call a phaser, a shooter, a blast, but it's a blaster, you know. And so there are certain things that I need to get gooder on. But let's see here. It was just a rumor. What? What was a rumor? What? Who did rumor? The release of the new Star Wars at the end of the year, right? No. So what you're probably going off of there, as far as the end of the year release date, is the placeholder that GameStop and other places often use for an unspecified release date. So if like they know it's coming out in a year, they'll usually put the last day of the year. Then they can always say, well, it was early. You know, we never got it wrong. It's never late. It was early. If they know the quarter, they will often put the first month of that quarter. So, like, if it's the first quarter, it would be January. If it's the third quarter, it would be what, October? No, July. I don't know. Well, you guys figure it out. But they do all sorts of stuff. But and Peter Mayhew too. Yes, yes. Lost. Yes, that is true. Let's see here. Adam says, "Don't mind if I can still." No, I don't mind at all. Let's see. Have that. That's funny. I have a face for radio. I say that all the time, don't I? Yes, yes, yes. No, it's funny. It's awesome. It works out good. Works out good. How are you holding up out there, Adam? I won't lie. Like, listen, I got a little rant that I have to do here, Adam. I saw a photo of you the other day, and it was a very positive, happy photo. I was happy to see it. Like, we need more photos like that in our lives. But you were with people at a church. Like, I can't help but feel like that's hopefully it was an older photo, or maybe a memory of some sort, like that you were posting versus like actually. But it looked like you were at church with people, and you guys were touching each. You guys were at arm's length, but you guys were touching each other. Like, hopefully you guys are being safe out there, Adam, because last thing I want to hear is that you got sick. Especially see, like you guys have all heard me talk about the NBA player, right? The guy who was like basically making fun of the coronavirus, and like the media was having to put microphones up in front and leave them there. They couldn't be close to the player, and the player, as a joke, went and touched all of the microphones and kind of looked at everybody like ha 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 ha, and like 7 days later tested positive and was the first NBA player, and he is the reason the NBA was shut down initially, because he was the first one to be tested positive. So like, it happens. Like, a lot of people are, so I'm hoping you're staying safe. Now, real quick, speculation, one last thing before I get into Patreon shouts. I would not be surprised. I'm not expecting this to happen, but I would not be surprised if we don't get some sort of like big announcement, or maybe the release date, or at least a new trailer with new information on May 4th. And you guys haven't figured it out. May 4th, May the 4th be with you. I don't expect the game to be out. I know a lot of people speculated. And if you remember, I'm going to have to go back and get footage of this because we can check the tape. When they initially announced 2020, everyone was pissed. And everyone was like, man, I got to wait till January. And I kept telling everybody, they didn't say January 2020. Think about it. And I kept telling people, the movie don't even come out till December, like halfway through December. And the studio that makes the game doesn't have the information that they would need to actually make the story levels match the movie. So they're going to have to take time. And I always projected that it would be at least April or May before we actually got a release date, or that it might. I told everybody if maybe April or May, but that's pushing it. 3 months for a team to get 6 levels, not only built, but added to the existing stuff, work out all the bugs that may come with adding last minute levels, and then going gold, then getting a chance to market it too. And not only that, passing quality assurance. You guys probably know this, but every single game and every update and everything that gets made that we get our hands on as consumers, it has to pass some sort of test to prove that it's not gonna hurt somebody, like it's not gonna brick their console when they install it, and it's not gonna ruin save. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes, and so time, right? It's time. So I honestly feel like we're due, and I do want to prepare everybody for the fact too that the announcement may be that the game is being pushed to make sure that it releases good, and we got to make sure we support this, guys. I don't really promote pre-ordering games. I'm not suggesting that anybody pre-orders it. but we have to make sure that we support these guys. Hey, Drex. If it gets pushed, especially because of the virus or any other reason, we don't want a broken game. Like, I want it yesterday. I do. I want it yesterday. But if it was broken yesterday, I wouldn't want it. I would want it tomorrow if it was fixed, right? You guys see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just using yesterday and today as stupid examples, but essentially, I would rather have a fixed product than a broken product. You know, and a lot of games release broken, and a lot of times they get all of this pressure to release. Well, right now the pressure is totally off them, because every game that's being made, anything that's being made, cars, TVs, there's gonna be a ripple effect, guys. Like, next year's cell phones aren't gonna release probably when they normally would. Like, normally Samsung releases all their phones in April. Probably not gonna happen. Probably not gonna happen this month. Maybe it will this month, but maybe next year it won't. Like, there's gonna be a ripple effect from some of this stuff, and we gotta be ready for it. We just gotta stick together and be positive through it. But I would be like absolutely baffled if we don't get some sort of a trailer or big announcement on May 4th. Now, I mean, something that has been done a couple of times in the past is, you know, like for example, Apex Legends. You know, that's one of the more recent games that was developed kind of secretly and then deployed. Like I think Sunday they announced it, and Monday they released it, or Tuesday it was something like that. It was a very unusual, and it literally went viral, and it was a huge hit, and I'm still playing it, so it worked for me. But you know, I mean, I don't ever see it happen. But it would be cool if May 4th they're like, guess what? You can digitally buy this now, and in a month, because of coronavirus, we'll have discs ready. You know, I mean, I don't know if factories are printing game discs or anything like. I mean, as far as I know, the majority of that kind of stuff is on hold. I mean, a lot of that stuff does get manufactured in China, and China has been shut down for a while. Starting to ramp back up from what I read, but it's so hard to tell what's real and what's fake. So, anyways. Patreon, shouts. What is up to all my Patreon peeps? Now, if you don't know about Patreon, Patreon is a website that allows you guys to directly support us. Now, why would you want to do that? Maybe we helped you. Maybe you like us. I mean, there's a million reasons that you could have. There's also 10 million that you don't have or don't need, right? Like, I never ask, this isn't a requirement or anything like that. This is just for those you who like to go above and beyond. And I do want to make a statement right now, too. So, anybody who is currently a Patreon supporter, I just want you guys to know that if you guys need to pull that, same with YouTube memberships, if you guys need to withdraw, I am not gonna not like you or hate on you. I know there's streamers out there that wah all the time that people aren't paid, and this, I don't care about that. I just want you guys to enjoy the content, to hang out, to view it. And like I said, if you guys go above and beyond, that's up to you, and I love it. I mean, people do it in different ways. Like, for example, Connie offered to send me her disc version of a game that I'm skeptical about paying a full dollar price for. I didn't even want to do it on discount when it was like $50. Still seems like a lot of money to play a game. I mean, I would probably finish it, but I mean, if I only play it once or twice, right? I mean, I don't like buying. I'm old. I'm a fuddy-duddy, and I'm starting to find that I like to save money. So, point being, appreciate all of you guys, whether you're on Patreon, whether you're a member, subbed here, whatever, right? I love all of you guys equally, and I definitely appreciate anybody who goes above and beyond too. So, that being said, I do have some Patreon supporters. These are all $5 and up supporters, and it helps way more than you know. So greatly appreciate you guys. So big shout out to these guys right here. They're not in any particular order, but they are all supporters. So there we go. Supporter order. I don't know. That's. I'm running out, guys. This is stream 2 today, and I've gone 14 of 16 days now. No, but like I said, everybody does their own things. I mean, we got people that are moderating, we got people that are creating thumbnails, we got people that are just here supporting. I mean, the love is real, and the numbers are proving it. Like I bet you we got a bunch more subs since I even refreshed earlier. We were at 114,740. We're at 114,752 now. So I mean, we gained 12 subs. I haven't seen any of them pop up on screen here, and that's probably because I'm an idiot and I probably don't have it set up right. But I'll work on that, and we'll see what I can do. But last but not least, I've got $10 Patreon support. So I guess I didn't explain all those people, and we'll do this one more time. These guys are all $5 and up supporters. So some of these guys are $10 supporters. There's even a couple that are above that. So thank you so much to you guys. And you know, there's a few of you that I have some email pen palship with. Love to hear from you. Hint, hint, nudge. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I was trying to move with it as it moved. But yeah, so ultimately I get Gamebreak shoutouts. I got Patreon shoutouts, and that's pretty much it for this month. You know, I hope everybody out there is staying safe and doing all that stuff. But we'll get to that in a minute. So these are the $10 supporters. They're in no particular order, but much love to all of them, starting with, and I hope I say this right, I am the king of slaughtering names. So for future reference, if you guys decide to support me on Patreon or somewhere where I might be voicing your name audibly somewhere, maybe you do something handy on and tell me something somewhere and I'm thanking you in a video, maybe, you know how they have like on Facebook, maybe not everybody, but it says like, you know, Kimberly, and it's like KIM-BEE, you know, it's like breaks it down hyphenetically for, yeah, that would help, because I would probably say some names right. A lot of you guys got very creative names in the chat too. Like, for example, even NL Raker? It's kind of like like forget about it. Josh, what is up? You made it. Ooh, that was vibrating on my watch. Hopefully that didn't get the microphone. Hopefully I'll move that just in case. All right, $10 shoutouts. Again, I'm probably gonna slaughter this name, so I can't. Zarya! Thank you so much for your patronage. You are new, but not really. We've seen you before. We've previously known this donor as the anonymous donor. So it's nice to put a name or kind of attach a name to it so I can shout out something cooler than anonymous donor. And you probably didn't think I figured it out, but I figured it out. So tricky. So shout out, much love. Thank you for your support. Michael Karsberg! Thank you so much, Michael. It was good to see you on the stream over the weekend. I know that our times don't necessarily match up, so but I know you support and watch a lot of the videos and streams after they're done and online, so I appreciate that, and thank you so much for your continued support on and off of Patreon. Next up, we got Bonnie Miller. Thank you so much, Bonnie. It's been a while since we've had any kind of conversations. It'd be lovely to hear from you. I do try to keep up and see. You're pretty good about posting good memes on Facebook, so I follow a lot of that, and I appreciate that. So keep it going. Next up, April White. Thank you so much for your patronage, April. Much love to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Same with you. Love to hear from you. We're all hunkered down. We hopefully have some time to communicate. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Kimberly, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. And next up, we got a couple more. We got Andrew Hosted. Thank you so much for your patronage, Andrew. Hopefully you're doing well. Good luck with your game break, March 2020 today. Next up, last but not least, we've got Greg the Grave. Oh, you know what? There's actually a name missing. I better go double check. There's actually a name missing from this list. And you know what? You know what? Maybe. Nope, it's there. So I guess not last but not least. So last but not least. Douglas Wright. You guys know him as Dougie Fresh. Thank you so much, Dougie, for your continued patronage. You know, you and I talked at the beginning of this craziness. Let's talk again. I don't know if you're watching this or not right now, but it'd be good to hear from you. Make sure that you and your fam is doing okay. Hopefully Sam's doing good too. I have no idea how much you guys talk anymore, but it's been a while. So let's get caught up. You know, and for that matter, Jeremy, if you're watching, you know, you've been mentioned quite a bit in the last week or so. I guess maybe I'll try to round up a number and maybe round up some sort of comms to get a hold of you. Who knows? You might even be on a boat right now. I'm on a boat. All right, so guess what? That's pretty much it, guys. I got through all my Patreon shoutouts. I talked about all my stuff. We did a fun little thumbnail presentation. I got a couple of new ones that have happened since I made that slideshow, so you'll get to see those next time. And, you know, let me know what you thought of this background. See here. Next is April. I don't know what April will be. If you guys got any suggestions, requests for backgrounds, let me know. I mean, I'm all ears. Well, I'm not. I got ears, eyes, nose. Not all ears. Martin Lawrence, all ears. Not so much me. Yes, we are gonna wrap it up, Logie. Unless you guys got something amazing to ask or talk about. As I mentioned earlier, it is hot to trot up here. A cool 79 degrees and balmy. A bad bunny, huh? Angry wolves. Okay. Oh, no. I'm hungry wolves. Okay. Easter for April? Yeah, we could certainly do that. A bad bunny? That would be funny. Yeah, that would be interesting. Interesting. Yeah, keep the ideas coming. I'm all about creative twists. HTG, a changing background for April. So like a slideshow of different stuff? It'd be cool if I could. I mean, I'm not skilled enough or have enough time to like animate like a cool like something like an egg being chased by the bunny or something, you know, like something like that. That would be cool. That would be cool. Hey, if you guys got skills and you want to do some stuff like that, I see people all the time asking like, "Hey, who wants to make me a new YouTube, you know, cover page, or who wants to make me a new banner for my streams, or who wants to make me new overlays?" I never ask. I always want to make my own stuff, and I don't always have time. So if you guys got some cool stuff that you'd like to share with me, if you're like graphically special, let me know. Should have been 69 degrees. Yeah, unfortunately, it's 10 degrees above the funny number, which was the stream today. If you guys caught the HTG TV stream, it was the 69th time we've streamed Apex Legends. 69th time. Like, that is insane. But if you actually count the ones on HTG too, I think it's 80 times, because I think we've done 11. So my math is correct. 11 and 69 would be 80. Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, it is Fahrenheit. That is correct. Yes. We are sitting at a cool 79 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Yeah, and 35% humidity as it sits in my room. So energized bunny with badass brain. Oh, Brian. Oh, yeah. There you go. That would be funny. Like, oh, I'm just going to have to look something up. I wonder if I can, let's see. Was that a bunny? I used to watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force a lot. I don't know if any of you guys have ever watched that show or not. It's absolutely terrible, but it's also amazing. My name is Shake Zula. There was an episode where they have a bunny on that. I wonder if I can get some sort of a screenshot of said bunny and maybe Brianize it. That'd be funny. I'll have to look into some stuff. I like the ideas. Keep them coming. Hopefully I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. No numbers broken through the roof today, but you know, for a game break, we actually did pretty good. Pretty good. Little Larry David for you. Hey, I appreciate all you guys more than you know. I've got some buttons on the stream deck that are probably not going to work. Probably going to make me look like a maroon yet again. But that being said, hopefully you guys have a good rest of the evening, morning, day, night, whenever it is you're watching this. And again, we'll be back tomorrow and the rest of the week at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tomorrow will be Horizon Zero Dawn. Thursday will be Resident Evil 5. And then Friday will be up in the air. It might return back to Neighborhoodville. Or is that Neighborville? Neighborville, not Neighborhoodville. I don't know what that is. Neighborville, which was the Plants vs. Zombies. Anyways, much love to you all, guys. I will see you when I see you. Oh! Ah! I'm trying to be super slick there. And it didn't work. I told you it was going to make me look like a fool again. So, yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll... Oh! I hate this thing so much. I love you guys. Oh, hello, neighbor. Reese asked about returning to that. He wants to see me rage out. We'll talk about it. You guys let me know what you want to see. As always, until next time. See